You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411, featuring the week's roundup of fashion news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411.
I told you it was fun.
Just kind of dance a little bit.
Okay. All right, guys, if you are tuning in right now, it is Fashion Friday. That means it's time for a little Fashion 411 on Black Hollywood Live. Woo! We are here, and I want to remind everyone to make sure you download Fashion 411. It is completely free, and it's because of you that Fashion 411 is the #1 fashion podcast on iTunes.
Oh, yeah.
What? And also, you can check us out on Instagram. You can follow us at BHL Fashion 411, and we have a fun guest in the studio today. So let's just go around the room. Everyone's going to introduce themselves, and then we're going to get started. All right? I'll start across the table.
All right, guys. Hi, I am your host, Erika Vieira, and I am your go-to girl for all things business and fashion.
And she's sporting some bangs in the studio, and they look really good. I love them.
Yay, thank you.
She's got the ombre on the tip, so
Yeah.
that's really good.
Thanks.
What's up, everybody? I'm your co-host, Courtney Stewart, and I'm your go-to girl for all things shoes and nails. And my nails are really raggedy today, so I'm like curling them up. Oh, you have no idea what's really going on, but I'm always giving you guys the consumer perspective.
And I am Diona Vaughan. I am your go-to girl that's always giving you guys, you know, what can you get on a budget? I'd like to think that I can bring the runway to the real way for all of you guys. And our special guest in the studio is Miss Barbara King. Welcome, Barbara.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Barbara is a very talented stylist as well as an image consultant, and you do lots of fun stuff when it comes to women's wardrobes and telling people how to dress. And you also have a book, right?
I do. The book is called Be Delicious Now, The Ultimate Fashion Secret.
Be delicious. So we're going to find out some of Barbara's fashion secrets a little later in the show. But now it's time to kick off a little fashion for this Friday. Now, I know you guys are thinking, okay, it is 100 degrees outside. At least it is here in California. It is hot as hell. Can I say that? It is hot as hell outside. But fashion doesn't wait for temperature, doesn't wait for a season, because right now it is time for fall, you guys.
Yes, it is.
Even though it's hot as hell outside, it's time for fall fashion, and I just have a little sneak peek of some fashion trends for fall 2014. Just if you want to get started, you know, maybe you want to wear some things, and you can actually help us with this, Barbara. Maybe you can kind of give some tips on how you can dress for fall, even though it's hot outside. So first trend, it's 60s inspired mod dresses. So these were seen all over the place, just in short hemlines. That's what I wanted to say. Short hemlines, bright colors, a lot of funky prints, but that whole 60s retro thing is back for the fall. So that's one big trend you want to keep your eye out on. Second trend, I'm calling it birds or animals. So you're seeing like these graphic prints of birds, whether they're ducks or geese or birds of paradise. I don't know, but they're kind of all over the place, and they're in different. You're normally seeing them like on sweatshirts above the waist, but they're kind of all over the place for fall. So if you're starting to see that in stores, it means, you know, maybe you want to check it out, try it. And then another trend they're calling the craft. So you guys remember that movie, The Craft?
I love that movie.
It was like about witches and kind of dark things.
Yep.
That's what they're calling this trend. It's a little goth goth chic looking. So it's black, it's lace, it's cutouts, it's texture, it's all that kind of fun stuff, and it's chokers, all those kind of fun things if you're into that whole gothic dark look. It's dark lipstick and all those fun things. So that's a big thing for fall. Next up, we have sheer volume, or sheer and volume. And funny enough, we've been seeing a lot of this just as we talk about it on the show with Hot Mess. It's the whole, you know, wearing shorts or a skirt, and then you've got this sheer panel over it. Well, that's not going away. That's still continuing into the fall, whether we like it or not, but it's a big idea. And I think the way that people are taking it into the fall is that they're layering it with sweaters and heavier pieces and fur and belting it. So this trend is, it's going to be around for a little bit, like it or hate it.
I have to keep seeing briefs.
I know. It's
what about the overall?
It's still here. I know. Those came back.
Oh, my goodness.
And then another big trend for this fall is red. It's the color red, but it's wearing it head to toe all over, so top, bottom. And I actually think that's kind of fun because red is a color, depending on the tone, whether you get a blue red or an orange red, that's a shade that it's kind of universal to everybody. And you can chime in, Barbara, on what you think about red, but that's a really big trend, is wearing red from head to toe. So it's definitely not for the shy or faint of heart wearing a color like that head to toe, because you're going to stand out. But that is another trend for the fall. And finally, the last big idea for this coming fall, they're calling it the Southwest. So we're talking about like these big wide-brimmed hats, ruanas, capes, floor-length skirts, lots of texture, but it's kind of a head-to-toe look, and that's going to be a really big thing. So I don't know if you guys are hat people, but
I love hats. That makes me really excited because I wish, like, I want us to be a culture of hats again, like where we really wear them out on a regular basis,
but not in the evenings.
No.
Yeah. Well, what's kind of cool is normally we see hats mostly in the spring and the summer,
and
this is going to be a big idea for the fall. So yeah, I definitely think it makes your whole look be a little pulled together, and some people do it better than others.
Some hats and some fabulous gloves, and
it's glamorous, you know. So that's a fun trend for this fall. So I know it's hot out, y'all, but just wanted to, you know, give you a little heads up on, you know, what you're going to find in the stores now. And then for a little beauty, I thought I'd also give you guys some updates on what's happening for the fall in beauty. First trend, do we have our little picture to pop up there? Maybe not. All right. First trend is metallics. So metallics have always been big, but for fall, like, they're going really, really bold. And in a lot of cases, like, they're doing metallic eyes and a metallic lip, you know, kind of doing it all over. And obviously, at the end of the day, you kind of have to make it work for you, like, on a daily basis, because not everybody runs around like they're walking on a runway. But metallic is a really big... I know, right? Strong J. Next big beauty trend for the fall, it's they're calling it lash out, and it's like doll, like, that's not it, but anyway, it's like doll, like really big eyelashes, so it almost looks like a doll, you know. And sometimes you can achieve that look with fake eyelashes, which, Erika, you are the queen. You put them on in the car. I don't understand how you do that. But that's a really big trend, is really emphasizing your lashes. So whether you're doing it with mascara or you're, you know, faking it a little with some lash enhancements, that's a really big idea. And then
even, I was going to point out, even Maybelline came out just recently with a mascara called Manga mascara. And it's influenced by that kind of doll-eyed look, anime kind of look. So
that's going to be
I don't
really
know
big.
if that mascara is any different than any other mascara, if it's just a marketing ploy. I actually bought it. I haven't used it yet. But I did buy it because it just looks so cute. So we'll have to see.
And then let's see here, what else is big for fall? They're calling it line dance. Now, this is nothing new. It's, you know, basically giving your eye some emphasis with liner, whether it's a thick line, a cat eye. I don't think there's anything new here, but it's just, you know, popped up as a trend.
And so I just discovered probably the most amazing liquid eyeliner, because I am like queen of eyeliners. I bought so many of them, and the Kat Von D felt dip eyeliner is the best.
Really?
Yes. She actually has some really good makeup. You can find it at Sephora. She's got a great, foundation that's very heavy if you want to cover up a lot. But her liner is amazing. So check that out for that kind of look. Yeah.
Okay. And then the last fall beauty trend is actually like this nude, no makeup look. So we all know to get the no makeup look, you're still putting makeup on. Let's be real. You're still putting on foundation. You're still putting on blush. But it's this whole, it looks like you have a clean nude face. That's another big trend. So maybe if you're running out of the house and you forgot to put your makeup on, you can just say, hey, I'm on trend. I'm on trend.
You're like, or you're not.
I am right on trend.
Or you're no trend.
So there's your sneak peek into fall 2014, you guys. And you got a little style scoop for us, Erika?
I do. So I've got your news for this week in the world of fashion. First up, Jill Sanders' brand is struggling a little bit. While the brand has been undergoing some recent changes, Jill Sanders has reported heavy losses for 2013. With the founder having most recently left for the third time, the brand plans on letting go about 50 employees to manage a loss of 14.6 million euros.
Wow.
The brand recently named Rodolfo, Paglialunga as a creative director, according to Women's World Daily.
Interesting.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, that's a brand that's been around for a very long time. So, it just kind of, I think, bumps in the road.
Maybe it needs to just reinvent itself.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe with this new creative director, it'll get in that direction.
We shall see.
All right. Well, up next, we got a little Banana Republic news. Starting August 7th, Roland Moret will launch his capsule collection for Banana Republic online. With prices from about $50 to $165, the collection range from crop sweaters to sheath dresses and pencil skirts. Does it sound like something you guys would like?
You know what's funny is I will go into Banana Republic just to kind of see what's going on, but I rarely buy anything from Banana Republic for whatever reason. But I noticed that they are doing a lot more capsule collections, like they did Mary Mecco and now this Roland Mouret. So I don't know.
And I saw some of the dresses previewed on Instagram or in some magazine, I don't know, but I like his stuff obviously in the higher end, and it was a nice translation to what they're doing for Banana, I think. So I'm actually kind of interested because that's a basic dress that is classic and will be used for years. It's not like I'd buy it and like, okay, I'm over it, like whatever. So I think these are pieces that could be around for a while, and it's done some good stuff for Banana so far from what I've seen.
Yeah, I saw a preview of it too, and I liked them. And I'm like you, Diona. I don't buy much at Banana Republic.
I don't buy anything.
The only time I really ever buy anything is when they have one of their blowout sales, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just go in there. And
they have good basics.
They do.
I was gonna say, I feel like I've only bought sweaters there like randomly on sale.
They do. But that's a brand that's really changed because it's become a lot more career. And I know for me, as I've shifted away from working in an office and being a corporate life, it's just not a store that I shop at. But you're right, Barbara. They do have a lot of good basics.
Very basics.
So
their jewelry's cute too.
Yeah, and it's a nice price point.
Yeah. All right. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has announced that starting next week, they will display a selection of 7 of Beyonce's most iconic dresses of all time. With everything from her look from the Super Bowl performance last year to her black leotard in her Single Ladies video, the exhibit comes after a really long time of the museum trying to get the singer in the museum. Quote, when we looked at the depth of the amount of stuff that she was willing to send, we just thought the only way we can really showcase these items is to put them in the Legends of Rock area in the museum, says Meredith Rutledge-Borger, the museum curator, according to Time magazine.
That's cool. Although I think I would rather see this in the Met, as an installation. You know how they do different fashion installations. I think it'd be cool if it were there. But I guess that's a good start, and it makes sense.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I kind of laughed. I was like dresses and things like that. I'm like, doesn't she only wear leotards for the last
I know.
It's gonna be lots of different versions of a leotard, but there's pretty much just leotards in that collection.
But wait, let me ask you guys something, because normally when it comes to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you're talking about legends. You're talking about people who've been around for a long time. I think Beyonce's probably on that road, but do you think she's a little too, is this too premature to do something, for something like her?
I think the museum, I think if you're going to do a label Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, maybe, but I think the museum would probably enjoy having some of her items in it and makes it a little more maybe current. And I don't think, to answer your questions, she's been around. Yeah, she's still young and she still has a good amount of career ahead of her, but she's been around for a while.
15 years at least.
Yeah,
okay,
she's
that's
As a relevant act.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
like she's just because like someone like Lady Gaga, she's only been around for what, 5?
It's like 2008.
Yeah, so I
6
mean,
years,
as
yeah.
huge as Lady Gaga is, I would think it'd be premature to say her, but Beyonce has a few years on her in her career.
I think I think of her age and think of how young she is. And I'm like, how long have you been around?
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
And it's not really an induction in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just sort
that's
of a
just a
display
capsule
of what
collection.
her collection is.
Yeah.
And,
True.
I mean, she's the Tina Turner of our generation.
That's
so
a good
Yeah.
analogy.
I
Definitely.
see it coming.
All right, so we've got a collaboration for you guys. Alexander McQueen's label, McQ, is teaming up with Puma on a collection entitled Puma X McQ, due out August 1st. Having worked together on shoes since 2005, there is speculation that the two brands will explore other avenues for this new collaboration. Quote, the mixing of sportswear with high fashion defines much of modern style, so it felt right to partner with a brand with such a strong history of designer collaboration, says Andy Rogers, Alexander McQueen brand director.
Have you guys seen some of that McHugh stuff? Like it's on Last Call.
Yeah.
Last Call.
It was on Last
Oh
Call.
my God, the dresses are fantastic.
Yeah.
They
They're
are
gorgeous.
fabulous. The prints and everybody's knocking them off. Like you know it when you see it. It like looks like this kaleidoscope like butterfly thing. So if the shoes are as good as this, clothing,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I don't know about the whole sneaker type thing though. I never got into the whole sneaker couture sneaker type thing. If I'm gonna get a really nice pair of shoes, it's probably not gonna be a sneaker.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I don't mind a
can't get
sneaker, but I'm not going to pay like $400 for
Well,
it.
that's how much something like this is gonna
Yeah.
cost though.
But I can appreciate, but a nice sneaker. But then again, there's a lot of people out there who
Yeah,
are
I
crazy
like it in theory.
about
It's
trainers.
not me,
Yeah.
but I would get it. Yeah.
So. All right, last but not least, Rent the Runway is launching a new service that allows customers to rent 3 accessories at a time and swap them out for new ones at their leisure. Dubbed Rent the Runway Unlimited, their service costs $75 a month and boasts names like Balenciaga, Moschino, Pamela Love, and Claire Vivier.
That's
Yeah, I actually
actually
thought that
really
was-
cool.
I thought that was really
Great
cool. Yeah.
idea.
For only 75 bucks?
75
Yeah.
bucks.
And you can rent like,
3 at a
Three
time,
at a time.
and switch. Yeah.
Get yourself
I know.
that's
some jewelry and a
nice.
bag
like
and a hat.
that.
That's really nice.
I like that too.
I'm interested because it's $75 a month. I know like their dress range starts at like $50 and goes up from there. I think it's like usually around maxing out at $200. So I wonder on a monthly basis, $75 is pretty steep.
Well,
Not for what you're getting. Not for what you're
Yeah,
getting.
but-
I'm just saying in a regular budget,
I
like to
agree.
just be able to change out your bag. I wonder how. I mean, obviously there's a market for it, or they wouldn't do it. But
Right.
it would be interesting to know.
I think it's not a. I think the idea of paying $50 to $200 for a dress that you wear one time, to me, seems steep. Whereas something like this, where a month you can pick 3 accessories that you can use over and over and over again, and maybe you have different events. Maybe you want like a clutch or a daytime without, and still looking like you got all these designer bags without actually having to pay for the designer bags.
I think it depends on what kind of lifestyle you have.
Yeah, I think
like
it does big
if
time.
you're going to lots of different events and red carpets
time,
and
yeah.
stuff like that, but if you're just the average everyday
Yeah.
person, that can get real steep.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
What do you think about renting versus buying?
I agree. It really depends on your lifestyle. It depends on, if you see the same people every day, then that's a great idea.
yeah, that's true.
I always think that. I'm always like, okay, what did I wear the last
Last time I saw you.
them?
I was thinking, like, if I ended up getting cast onto some reality show where I'm, like, on there, but,
Right.
and I want to, like, look like I'm,
Change it up.
up to date with the latest $5,000 handbag or whatever. So,
Yeah, you can be like Carrie Bradshaw's
Yeah.
assistant in
Send
the
it
movie.
in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Renting her
Renting
bags.
the
Yeah.
bags. It's like
Yeah, I guess
Netflix
it
for
serves its
purses.
it serves its purpose for some people. So it's kind of cool though.
all right, that's all I got.
All right.
Cool.
So is it time to get to know our guest here?
Yay.
Well, I have a question for you, Barbara. So we were just talking about, now it's time for fall. Fall is in the stores, yet it's hot outside. What are some tips, that you would suggest for people transitioning wardrobes when the weather outside, hasn't transitioned yet?
It's so warm. So I always say layer. Layer, still look like you're wearing fall, but, pick out lighter fabrics, so pay attention to that. You know, nobody's going to be in the mood to buy wool right now. Who's going to do that? You're going to sweat just looking at it.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sweating thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I would say layering is a good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's great. What I want to know from you too is the title of your book is called The Ultimate Fashion Secrets, or that's part of the title.
Right.
Well, you got to give us some of those fashion secrets.
It's a sneak peek.
Yes. You gotta give us
Okay.
a little
All
bit.
right. Well, I'll definitely give you guys each a book.
Thank you.
But I call them secrets because it's very basic, the book, because it touches on every area of fashion. So it just gives them guides, good ideas, and it's relatable stories that people can go, oh my gosh, that is me. So it goes into lots with color and how to pick your style, because so many people do not know what style they are. And especially when you're going to be following the trends, you know, a lot of those trends aren't going to work. I mean, I know they don't work for my body. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to look good on me. I mean, I fought for such a long time to do skinny jeans. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to have to buy a pair. And then I found a pair that worked for my body type. And that's really important to do that. Find your style before you buy anything trendy.
Is that your secret?
That's one of my secrets.
Find your style. Find your style.
And something else I read that we've talked about here before that I think is so true. You mentioned something about, as women, like, we're so into like the size, a 6 or a 4 or a 2, but it's just important to understand that like one person's 6 could be another person's 8, could be another person's 10. Talk to us about that.
So I always say sometimes beauty is pain, especially in the shoes. I tell my clients, they look so good. But when I work with a client, I do not let them see the size. Size does not matter. It really doesn't. It's how it fits, and if you have to have alterations done, then it's worth it if it's the right fit. But definitely do not look at size.
How do you do that? You rip out the tags?
To my clients?
Just blindfold them.
No,
until
I
it's
just
on.
hold my hand over it.
Because once you try it on, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
what
I'm
is
like,
it?
okay, give me that. Let me
Yeah.
hang it up real quick.
It's so true though. Like we're so attached to that number.
Yeah.
You know, and what
So
it
much.
means or doesn't mean. And that's just
Labels,
and what it means for our bodies, you know? So that's actually
a lot.
have you ever had a client like freak out and like they did see the size, like, oh my God, you know? Like that?
Yeah. I'm like, it's fine. Do you not love it? They're like, yes. I'm like, would you ever pick it up for yourself? No. I'm like, then we're getting it.
So how did you find your way into styling in fashion as opposed to other areas? Like, where did you start there? Like, where did you start, and how did it sort of become what it is now?
Okay, so I went to the Fashion Institute, and I knew I could not draw a stick figure, and I was not a good sewer. But I loved merchandising. I absolutely just love putting clothes together and just seeing people's, it's just an instant gratification. Cool. So yeah, then I just started working with individuals. I decided to go into people's closets, and because I'm a pretty trustworthy person. People are comfortable around me, which is really a good thing. So yeah, I would just start with their closet, and then it just built from there. Okay. And then I talked about writing the book for 10 years. I birthed it after 9 months. Yeah. So it's been out a year.
So you went to
Go ahead.
You went to school, and so right out of school, you just started working with clients.
Yes, I worked with clients, and then I worked in showrooms. I worked for all the big designers, Ralph Lauren, Donna Karan. So I got a lot of that experience.
How did you get your first group of clients? Being new.
I went door to door. At that time, that was 20 years ago,
Yeah.
you could go door to door.
Seriously?
I literally
Wow.
would ring somebody's doorbell and go, do you need your closet organized? Or
Like just
wardrobe?
houses?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I was gutsy. I was 25.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that was 20 years ago. I mean, I would never do that now.
yeah.
And then I used to leave my business cards in bathrooms.
Wow. Did you ever get a response from that?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
And dry cleaners, and I did. I really did.
Wow. So you've been doing this for 20 years.
20 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
What was the most difficult part about really building it into a business that kept you autonomous, like that you were able to have it as your own business and not dependent on other sources?
You know, I would say my biggest challenge was we moved a lot, so I had to always start over. But I never really felt like, oh, I need to go work in a department store because I did all that. You know, I worked in every department store in every department to see which one I really loved. So that was probably my biggest challenge. I never felt like, oh, I need to go and do that because this isn't working. I got a lot of tenacity.
All right. We like that.
So you said after 10 years you decided to do a book. Why a book?
You know, I wanted to reach more women and really help them because I really see the difference that I make in people's lives. I'm now just embracing that after 20 years, seeing that it's not just about the clothes I put on them, it's gaining them the confidence to really feel good from the inside out. Because that's what people first see. And they don't see themselves the way I see them, you know. So I just wanted to reach more people who couldn't afford me personally.
And we talked about this a little bit before the show started, but you said that you mainly focus on the everyday person.
I do.
Which I think is great because, so everyone's always enamored with like, oh, we sell celebrities, this and that, but there's so much need also for just a day-to-day person, a businessman, a businesswoman, or even a mother who doesn't have the time to devote to that, and that's what you do, correct?
Absolutely. I treat people like they are celebrities. I mean, they don't have to be a celebrity to be one. You know, I treat them exactly like that, and I love the everyday because they're ready for it and they appreciate it. So that's what's so great about my business. You're either ready for the change or not.
No, we're always talking about how Instagram is sort of changing the fashion world and how there's stars, designers that are able to get exposure on Instagram like instantly, obviously. How has that, if at all, affected your business, and how do you sort of see Instagram playing a role as we move forward?
Well, I think it's great because it gives it really, people could see it right away and see what the trend is. For me, I don't ever see anything competition of what I do because it's such a personalized service, you know, that I'm really working with one person. If somebody says to me, oh, let's work with, with a group of friends, I'm like, yeah, no, I really like to do the individual because not everybody's going to spend the same amount of money.
Yeah.
But the Instagram is awesome. I just literally just got signed up. I'm
You're just doing it.
5 days ago, and I already have like 288 followers. So it's pretty cool, you know.
You know what, to piggyback on Courtney's question, how has just, social media and just the web, so much shopping, so many resources have gone online. How has that changed your business from when you first started?
Okay, it's changed a lot in that sense because my business was built mostly on my website, and now I'm just like one of trillion people. So now it's really, I created a niche in my market. So I target executive tech women who, because they just don't have the time, and like I say, they're train wrecks.
Natural.
Yeah. I mean, I love you guys, but you're train wrecks.
It doesn't come natural.
Walk us through your process. So say you are a tech woman, but you are that profile of who you're looking for. How would it work working with you? And also what I'm curious to know about is, how does it work with the clothing? Do you bring a bunch and then they buy it and then they return it? Like, how does the whole process work?
Okay. So what I do is, how they get to know me is we'll do Skype, which is super cool. That's another benefit with the internet that it's been for me. I literally did somebody's closet on FaceTime.
Oh, wow.
In Arizona. We did her entire wardrobe.
God.
We cleaned it all out, and then she knew I was coming here to California because I go back and forth, and she was like, I'm coming in. So she flew in for 2 days and we shopped.
Wow.
So it was super cool. So the process that I take a client through, like the executive tech women, is I will Skype with them so they get to know me. And then then they do a questionnaire on my website. And then what we'll do is I will meet them. I go to their home, and then we look at everything that's in their closet, what works, what doesn't work, coordinate, and then we will decide on the budget or like where we're going to go shopping, and then we go shopping. And I usually will pull before I meet them because it's the last thing I want to do is somebody follow me. So what do you think? What do you like, a little puppy dog? I'm like, get in the dressing room right now.
Yeah.
So I bring everything to them and they try everything on, and we just all decide together, and then we go back to the house and we'll coordinate more outfits and we take photos.
Wow.
So I reach the whole wardrobe, like everything that they need for whatever their lifestyle is.
Oh, wow.
So what are your favorite stores? We kind of touched on it earlier, Banana Republic being like a tech I'm not tech, but like a working
Classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your favorites? It sounds like you go shopping with these women.
I
so
do.
what are your favorite stores to
No,
hit?
okay, so I really love mall shopping. I love
I
the
do
mall.
too.
I love the smell of a mall.
Yeah.
Food court.
I feel like it. I tell myself I'm getting exercise. Like,
Yes, totally.
I love them all too.
Auntie Anne's
do.
pretzels. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Orange
Soft
Julius.
serve ice cream.
Yeah, I do too.
So, my favorite store is Bloomingdale's.
Yeah,
I love
Bloomingdale's.
Bloomingdale's. It's the greatest. But I really, it's not about what I like. It's really, it's about the client and what they're comfortable with and what their style is and their lifestyle. And that will all depend on what that is in the store we go to. And I don't go to stores that they always shop at. But I go to Target and shop. Really? We're never going there.
Good point.
How do you deal with a client who maybe has no concept of what her style is? She just doesn't know. Like, how do you steer her?
I
Like,
say,
are
take
you
your
this, are
clothes
you
off,
that?
I'm dressing you. I always say it's so depressing because I've seen more naked women than men in my life. It's so depressing.
that's great. Now, how much follow up, if any, do you get to do with your clients? Do you get to find out if they maintain those looks
yeah.
and that kind of thing?
Yes, I'll definitely follow up with them because I say, you can't represent me if you're not dressing the way I dress. But they all do listen because I
stick
put
to
the
it.
fear of God in them.
So are you literally helping them? Because you know how some magazines will give you like 20 items and 8 different outfits. Are you doing things like that, saying, okay, here's an outfit for Monday, here's Tuesday, are you doing that with them?
Some of them definitely want that. You know, it depends on the individual, how busy they are, how they really need their hand held, like literally give me every outfit from head to toe, and then we take a picture. And then, I mean, I've been we've done wardrobes where I've created 60 outfits for them.
Wow.
So I try to do so they don't depend on me like that often. They call me maybe every quarter or, once a year. I mean, I get them so set up.
Okay.
Really nice.
Nice. Ladies out there.
Wow. So where
Barbara.
can we find Be Delicious now?
Okay, so it's on my website, barbaraKingStyling.com, and it's on Amazon, and it's also on Kindle.
Very nice.
Awesome.
How
Cool.
exciting.
Check that out, guys. And she's now on Instagram. So find her.
Find her on Instagram.
Finding Be King Styling, finally.
All right, Barbara. So this is one of our favorite segments of Fashion 411. We like to call it Hot or Hot Mess.
Oh, I love it.
And where we get to weigh in on, other people, how they look, just a little bit of fun. So
Talk about the celebrities.
So much
What
fun.
they're wearing. All right. And this week, first up, we have Miss Uzo Aduba from Orange is the New Black. She was at the Television Critics Association Awards, and she was wearing this Vivienne Westwood Anglomania halton draped metallic jacquard cocktail dress.
how did you say all of that?
Because I have wonderful diction and enunciation because I did speech and debate for 6 years.
That was just beautiful.
That was awesome.
But yes, this is Uzo. She hasn't been on a lot of red carpets yet, but they obviously have many Emmy nominations, so we're going to see her a lot. But this is her first round stab at it. What do you guys think?
I need to see that show. Everyone's
You
talking
haven't-
about
Oh
it.
my
my God.
Erika!
I have not seen
Orange,
it.
they're on the second season
know.
now, and I've already finished
Oh,
it.
I know.
It's the greatest
It's
show
amazing.
ever.
It's so well
good.
written.
It
and
really
I
is.
know I got rid of my Netflix because we got really into the HBO
Get it
Go.
back.
Oh my God, that
Get
was
it
like
back.
sacrilege.
Yeah.
It's like the best $7 a month you will spend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because I thought I had watched all the shows. I was like,
No.
okay, I'm done. We'll do HBO Go and take care of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't do that show. All right.
Orange is the New Black, House of Cards.
I've
Those
done
are
House of
two.
Cards. I
Okay.
did
House
that.
of Cards
House of Cards
is
is
just...
And I did Vampire Diaries. I will admit it. I did Vampire Diaries.
I see Alexis raising her hands in the studio. Yes, you have to watch Orange is the New Black.
Okay,
sure.
I will.
Okay, our guest, you get to weigh in on
Her look
this outfit,
first.
her look first.
Okay, I think it's too long for her. I mean, I don't know I can't really see the shoes that well, but it's a little too long. I think it makes her look short,
Yeah, it
where she
does.
could look taller.
Who's next?
I don't think it fits her well. I think or I don't know if it doesn't fit her well. I just don't think for her body, it's not very flattering because it makes her look like very much of a square shape. There's no sense of a woman's hourglass at all figure. Even if you don't have it, you can fake it. So I just don't think it's very flattering on her. It just looks very boxy.
Totally agree. She has a uniboob, and
Yeah.
the length is weird, and it just the color doesn't do anything either. Like, and I usually like metallics, and that one just looks heavy, and it just looks and smushed.
Well, this is one big collective hot mess because I'm with you guys. I feel like she looks very boxy, like you said, and since she's heavier on the top, you know, she's got a bigger bust. It's just
lift and separate, girl.
It's just like she needs a V-neck or an open neck or a round neck, but it's making her look like she's got one big boobie. Yeah. And she looks like she's got a nice skin tone. She could wear like bright color. She could wear orange. She could wear orange. Totally. There's so many colors. It's just blah on her. So.
The smile is shining. The dress.
Sorry, crazy
Not so
eyes.
much.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Next up, we have Jill Scott, who we are going to see a lot more of in the next few weeks because she's starring in the new film Get On Up, which is out next week about James Brown. And she was on the press tour. She was wearing Mint 1792 Fabian black and white color block blouse and Giselle white pants and strappy studded sandals, which we can't really see in this picture, but yeah.
Do the pants, do they have like a black outline?
They have a black
to them?
panel.
See, honestly, when I look at this,
And
it's
flat zippers on the front.
It's such a
just-
weird
wow.
It makes her look like
That's
like
what
she has funny sticks.
I look like that when I started wearing skinny jeans for the first time.
It's just not flattering on her, especially
not
the
at
bottoms.
all.
No.
Why? I ask why. Like, who
Take
did
the
that
belt,
to you?
Take the belt off. That's a
Yeah,
belt.
it's a belt.
And 3/4 length sleeve and lower the neckline.
And you don't do color block on like both. Like you could do color block, but like she has a color block on the
too
top
much.
and the color block on the bottom, and it's just odd. It's just.
Just
She needs
not
a
working.
stylist. Or if she has
She
one,
probably
she needs a new
has
one.
one. She needs
not
a new one. Call
flattering.
Barbara. Call Barbara now.
And
Urgent.
And she's such a pretty woman. Like she has
is
such a
beautiful.
gorgeous smile and
Great energy. She's awesome.
But it makes her legs look like sticks. She
Yeah.
the
They look
proportion
so
is
funny.
off. Yeah.
Hot mess. Let's see if we're going to win on this one. Okay. Black Barbie, Tika Sumpter, was also on the red carpet for the premiere of Get On Up in Harlem. And she was wearing this black lacy crop top and a maxi skirt. And she's rocking her short hair, which she hasn't done in quite a while. What do you guys think?
They
think
call her
she's-
black. I don't know who she is.
I call her Black Barbie
Because
because she is
looks
just
like
like
Black Barbie.
chocolate.
So
Her-
beautiful.
She a
Her
model
face.
actress?
She was a model actress. She was
on Gossip Girl for the last season.
She's starring in the Have
Tika.
and Have Nots on OWN right now, and she was at the premiere.
She looks like her skin just
Her skin is like perfection.
flawless.
So I think like no matter what she wears, she'll still look hot. But this outfit, I kind of like the long skirt kind of thing. But the only thing is with the top, it's just kind of just hanging there a little bit. I kind of wish there was more.
Her boobs look lopsided.
Yeah, her boobs are just hanging, and maybe a little bit more support on her boobs. But I still think she looks hot though. So
I'm not a huge fan of belly showing unless you're a teenager and got a cute body, but I don't know.
What do you think about this whole
I
the
know.
whole bare midriff?
That's a huge
yeah, that's
trend
a big
right now.
trend.
It's huge.
Yeah, but what they're doing is they're not really showing a belly. Like
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
your natural waist.
It's
is
your,
higher,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's tasteful.
I think she looks hot. I do
Yeah.
agree she could use a little bit more support up top, but just I think her body is banging, skin banging.
I love the skirt. It's awesome.
Yeah. I love the skirt. I don't like the top.
Yeah.
I wish the top was actually a dress, and then I would be a little more excited maybe, or the skirt was with another top. Because
more
I feel like she just
structure.
like put her. It's like you put your camisole on and forgot to put your shirt on. Like there's some,
yeah.
it doesn't
Right.
work.
It needs some
another
structure,
layer.
some
Yeah.
corseting or something.
Yeah.
thicker
It's not
strap,
quite.
something.
It's
Yeah.
not quite enough for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's a strap. I think she needs like thicker straps.
But a jewelry would be cute too.
Yeah.
A piece of, a necklace.
Earrings.
Oh gosh, she's making me want to go to the gym.
I know. She's very fit and beautiful.
Anyway.
Her skin is flawless.
Yeah.
She's not quite there. Quite there. All right. Next up, speaking of shears and seeing it all, Miss Selena Gomez was out celebrating her birthday and at the film festival in Italy, and she was wearing this bra-bearing lace blue marine ensemble, and it's white and skirt and showing her bra, and
It's like a beach
What do you
cover-up.
think?
Yeah, it really is.
Right? Does it look like she just came from the beach and she threw that on over her bikini?
The bra should have been a different color. That would have been super cool with that. Not so monochromatic.
You know, I actually really like the skirt.
I love it.
And
I love lace
I kind of
skirts.
like the idea and concept of the top. I think what's throwing me off a little bit is the collar. Because with the collar, it just adds something that you're like, the bra, the collar. I actually really like it. I just wish a different neckline or something was going on
The
there.
collar makes it a lot more structured and buttoned up. Meanwhile, it's very,
Very
it's
loose
playful
flowy.
and
she looks like she's
casual.
at the beach, you know.
And
So
she's beautiful too.
yeah.
she's beautiful, baby face, but I didn't quite get the top on that one.
So far, they're all messes.
So they're not all there. Well, this one, similar to Miss Selena Gomez, is Miss Zoe Saldana.
I saw this one.
And she was rocking this Louis Vuitton Resort 2015 black lace dress with white leather T-strap belt and Jimmy Choo Camellia Shimmer feather sandals, which you can't see that well, but those were awesome. And she was at the Hollywood premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy. Also bearing a white bra.
Yeah, what?
Like, I do not know what she was thinking when she saw this.
owns
Because
a
I
white
get it,
bra?
like Galaxy.
Well,
Off the runway, guys, off the runway.
the bigger they get. No, I don't have a
She's
white
like,
bra,
I don't
but-
have that many color options, you guys.
Exactly.
Don't judge me.
The bigger they get, your option. Not unless you want to spend $200 on a bra.
Right,
you
right.
know?
Black and nude. That's it.
Jeez.
Well, you can wear the sheer shirt and be right on trend with Zoe.
I understand her wanting to be in the trend of the movie and the galaxy. It looks like that's what she's doing here, but it was just so wrong with that belt. It does almost look like a costume, like a caricature, like a costume.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
We're all just like,
Our engineer in the booth is saying no, no, no.
Honey bunches of no.
We're trying to make it
It's
work.
just your eye goes all over
Right,
the place. I
right.
don't know where to focus. I don't know what to focus on the bra or like the white. It's just too many places. My eyes all around. I don't like it.
Hot mess.
Hot mess. Wow.
All of them.
That's
All
a
around.
collective
sorry, that was
hot
like
mess.
all hot messes this week.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. You tried hard, but you failed. So try again. Last but not least is on Style Watch this week. We're looking at some more Instagram fashionistas that are sharing their personal style and doing things interestingly. So Miss Crystal Kasper this week at New Hipster Style on Instagram is rocking her capsule online boutique ancient vintage print dress. She's got her braided hair in the top knot, rocking some leather gloves, cobalt blue bag, and same color pumps as the bag. And she's bringing her version of fall to summer right now.
With the gloves, yes.
With the gloves. She had
And
the
the coat.
gloves and the coat.
Coat.
And the coat. The dress is sleeveless. And there you have it.
She's a dichotomy of seasons.
Yes, she's doing the
Are we allowed to
dichotomy
do
of
a hot
seasons.
mess for
You
her
can
too?
do that if you like. Bring the options. See what you think. I actually really love the dress.
I did too.
I like the
It's
dress
got
too.
I
potential.
love the dress, and I love the gloves separate. I didn't quite get it
I don't
together.
like it all together.
No,
yeah.
I like the purse. I like the gloves. I like the jacket. I actually like all these pieces. I just
Right.
don't like the look together.
Together.
And I like
But-
her lips.
She was bringing fall and summer together.
She was probably sweating in buckets.
I know.
Just letting you know. That was the purpose. But she also has some really great pieces on her Instagram site. Take a look at it. New Hipster Style. NewHipsterStyle.com is her blog
All right.
site. And check it out.
All right. Well, that's been another Friday.
Yes.
Thank you to Barbara King for joining us.
Thank you so much. You guys are so much fun.
Yeah.
It was
We love
awesome.
having you, getting your little secrets. So why don't you tell everybody where they can find you and also where they can purchase your book?
Okay, they can purchase on Amazon.com at BarbaraKingStyling.com.
How about your Instagram
Oh,
that you
my
just
Instagram,
created?
King Styling.
Are you on Twitter?
Yes, I'm on Twitter.
Tell
Same.
'em.
Be King Styling is my Twitter
King
account.
Styling.
Yes.
Where can we find everybody else?
All right, guys, I am your host, Erika Vieira, and you can find me on my new website at beautyandtheblogtv.com.
Beauty and the Blog.
I'm Courtney Stewart, and you can find, I was like, what's my name? You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stewart Starlet, and don't forget to follow us at BHL Fashion 411 on Instagram.
And I'm Diona Vaughan. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Me, Diona V. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We will see you next week for more fashion.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.